Hi guys, this is Greg from Business Automated, and I really went down a rabbit hole with this project. So yeah, let me give you a quick rundown over here. So if you're familiar with Heroes of Might and Magic, which is like a game series, you might notice a similarity. But anyway, by the way, you can play this game yourself. The link is in the description. You can copy this and run the interface and so on. So let's start the game. The first step is to basically customize your character. Let's say Greg. Then we can select our consultant class and so on. We have some special skills which you can read later in the details. And basically, let's start. So we start on our map, and basically the journey is to win by gathering resources. So you can see we can be walking around the map, and then on the map we will have different real life situations that you might encounter inside of your no-code AI life and so on. So this is one of the tiles which has a guardian on top of this. So you can see that this is a budget committee that is guarding this in the strength of 2, and we can either fight it or we can Netflix and chill and continue to another tile. So in this case, we're going to be fighting this, and we can also put our response to this gatekeeper. In our case, I will just use the tested distraction method, and let's see what will be the response from the gatekeeper. By the way, so this is the response here is actually AI generated, and I'll show you in a second how this is being created and so on. It's like, oh, okay, wow, budget committee, really like that story. So this is fantastic, right? We got some more revenue and so on. So then we can continue to the next tile here. Okay, we got some resources, we got some other resources. You will see that basically, we actually lost our work and life balance because we have stepped on a Lego brick. So, and that gets us into a burnout territory. So very, very real situations from life that a lot of no-code builders will understand. So yeah, so you can basically be walking on this map and gathering resources until you win. So if you get high enough, then basically you can win based on a couple of different categories. So you can test it yourself. Now let me tell you a bit what is the logic behind this game. So there are 2 things. So the first thing is that if you clone this base, we'll be running local AI inference on your account because just trying to save costs. So this is going to be running on your own base and so on, but it's slightly obfuscated and so on, not the rocket science. And the whole map and everything and so on, this was actually pre-built, and it's the same for everyone. So I have a leaderboard. This comes from my API from everyone. Then the map is something that is basically constructed from the terrain tiles. So we will have terrain tiles which are based on there. You can see there's a couple of different iterations and so on, but these are basic ground, home, grass, and so on. Then on some of the terrain tiles, we would actually have tiles with different type of let's say objects. So you can see all of those were also generated at scale inside of Airtable, and it makes it so much easier to basically be having a bunch of prompts and then bunch of animations generated this way. So it's a super easy way to generate game assets. And then the final one is enemies, which are basically all the gatekeepers that you might find on the map as you keep progressing through different fields. Yeah, so that's another gatekeeper. Yeah, so again, like you will see that if I decide to fight this one, it is actually happening in real life over here. So I just wanted to slightly obfuscate it so it's not obvious for people to change this, but again, this can be hacked, so not a big deal. But yeah, it was a super fun project, and I think it really showcased how you can use this sort of mass generation throughout different tables and so on, and how then you can put everything together into something that otherwise would require a lot of file management. All right, that's it. I hope you are liking this. Please test it out. Have a go at the game. All right, guys. Have a good day. Cheers. Bye-bye.